Gonna go get some breakfast soon. But I said there's a lot of things I want to discuss because I have the plan for V, baby, for victory, AMC. And I want to discuss that plan with you. Okay. So we're going to wait, hopefully, to get some people here. You got me. What I'm saying to you. We'll see if some people are early birds. Are they up? It's about 8 o'clock in the morning right now. Everybody tells me, hey, Father, do an early live. So I'm doing it. Here it is. Here it is. Here's your early live. What's good is that if I don't get a lot of people here, they can watch it at their convenience when they wake up. Wake me up before you go. A father's going to show a fee for victory plan to bring AMC to the MOA. Yeah. See, I got one like. Someone might be here. Looking at the comments. All right, so that like went bye-bye. Let's talk about the Apefather victory plan. It all starts with all of the apes coming together as one united ape family and pressuring Adam Aaron to hire, share intel. Listen to me. This is the most important thing we all need to do. And I'm going to try to keep pushing this narrative to all of you. The days, there was a song called The Days of Wine and Roses. Okay, it's a beautiful jazz song. I'm going to say the days of buying and holding is gone. That's like prehistoric. That's like when the friggin' meteorite hit Earth and wiped out the dinosaurs. You got to stop this way of thinking. Now, I'm not saying to you that I want you to sell. No, I'm not saying that because you always misinterpret what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the concept that you think all you have to do is just buy and hold is lunacy. Okay? You have to do more than that. Now, we're going to talk about my plan versus what the Marine is doing. Now, I want you to understand something. I support the Marine. I'm getting people are emailing me like crazy. Apefather, come to the protest. Apefather, come to the protest. Apefather, come to the protest. Let me tell you the reason why I'm not going to. Okay? But I want to start by saying at least he's making an effort. I applaud that. I applaud anyone who's at least trying to do something to fight the corruption. So just the fact that he's organizing this protest, just the fact that he's going to do something, I applaud it and I support it. Do I think it's going to work? No. That's why I'm not going, okay? I tried all of this already. You want to know what I've learned in my life? Can I just tell you a little secret what I learned in my life? You try something in life, and then what you have to do is analyze if it didn't go the way you wanted to. In other words, if the plan was not executed the way you wanted it to go, you have to analyze the reason why. I've analyzed why protesting won't work with the AMC apes. I've already analyzed it. The reason why it won't work, people, now let me just say this very carefully because I had this other lunatic who made a comment. His name was First Amendment. And he's like, are you saying that the January 6th was a riot because, they let them in and all this? Okay, I don't even want to go there. Let me explain to you what I'm saying about January 6th. It's stuck in people's head. It's stuck in people's head. So people have now gotten to a point, and the people I'm referring to are the AMC apes, where they associate the word protest with January 6th, with what let's just say what the media proclaimed as riots. Let's leave it at that. Okay, I'm not gonna go into this. Okay, they proclaimed that protesting means January 6th. Again, they being the AMC apes. They think of Black Lives Matter. They think of rioting. They think of just people getting shot. They think of people getting arrested. So what happens is that nobody wants to protest because of that. I've had people tell me this. I've had people tell me, hey, Father, I have children. I have a family. I can't protest. So that's why I think the Marine is going to have a very, very hard time making it successful. But I applaud his efforts. God bless him. God bless his family. And I really hope it does work out. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope it's like the March of Rome with Mussolini and there are 10,000 apes there. But I don't think that's going to happen. But let's see. Let's wait and see. But that's why I've switched directions from protesting to something else, which I'm going to explain to you all now. Okay. So here's the situation. Step one with the Apefather victory plan. That's what it's called, the Apefather victory plan for AMC, is to pressure Adam Aron to hire Share Intel. Now, if you don't know what Share Intel is, you should really watch that Wes Christian interview. Okay, he was interviewing the founder, the CEO of Share Intel. I actually shared that video. I probably should keep doing it, which I will. And basically, this company can locate phantom shares in a company. What are phantom shares? Synthetic shares. This company could determine and detect if naked shorting is occurring. You got me? Okay. So now you might say, why can't we just pay for it? Why does Adam Aron have to pay for it? So that's a two-part answer. Number one, it should be his responsibility. This is his effing company. He keeps presenting himself like he cares for the apes, correct? I know, but just hear me out, Blackjack. We should give him what's called, the Luca Brasi deal. Have you ever watched The Godfather? We should make Adam Aron an offer he can't refuse. That's the thing. Okay, so this isn't something we're asking him to do. Like, I want you to fully understand this. This is something we are demanding him. We are demanding Adam Aron to do. Okay? But do you understand what I'm saying to you? We're not, see, you're coming across, and with all due respect to you, you're coming across like we're asking him kindly. Like, Adam, can you please hire Share Intel? No. We're giving Adam Aron an ultimatum. It's either he's going to hire Share Intel or there will be consequences. There will be a repercussion to him not doing that. So now let's talk about what the repercussion is. Boycott AMC. Let me explain to you. That's part two. That's if Adam Aron does not agree to hire Share Intel. Okay, every single AMC retail investor should boycott AMC. Now, I had this idiot. I just made a video on this before. His name was Movie Air. This idiot who was telling me, "Hey, Father, what you don't understand is boycotting will not work. Most of the people who go to AMC are non-investors. They just regular people. They just go to AMC. They're not retail investors." Okay. What this Mama Luke doesn't understand, this do not, Movie Air. I just made a video on this. Is that we don't need that many people to boycott AMC to make a difference, okay? And let me tell you why boycotting is a lot better than protesting. People, I get why they're afraid of protesting. I get it. No, seriously, I really, really understand it. They're afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of getting arrested. They're afraid of getting in legal trouble or something possibly worse. I get it. But are you telling me you're afraid to just go to a Regal theater? You're afraid to pull out your cell phone, your iPhone, or your smartphone, and to just make a video? This is all you're doing. You're not protesting. You're not, this is nothing to do, because they're all the excuses. Remember, Citadel will infiltrate the protest. We'll all get hurt. We'll all get shot. We'll all get arrested, Apefather. You want that on your head? That's why I don't want to do protesting anymore, because I get the way people are thinking. It's going to delist AMC. We're going to lose all our money, Apefather. Do you want that on your head, Apefather? Okay, so let's X out protesting. Okay, like I said, I support what the Marine is doing. God bless the Marine. God bless his family. God bless everyone who goes to the protest. I will not be going to the protest. And it is not because I don't support their efforts, because I do support their efforts. I support everybody in any way, like anything you do that fights corruption, I support it. If you put a friggin' sign in front of your car, on your car, or in front of your house, Department of Justice, investigate Ken Griffin, investigate Citadel, AMC to Pluto. Anything that you do that is in opposition of corruption, I support. Okay? So I do support the Marine, but I don't think it's going to be effective. That's the thing. I don't think it's going to be effective. Why do I feel boycotting AMC will be effective? I'll tell you the reason why. Because if we even got a couple of thousand apes, okay, to go to Regal and to make videos addressing this video to Adam Aaron, saying this is a repercussion of you not hiring Sherintel, showing them purchasing movie tickets at Regal, showing them purchasing concessions at Regal. Then they would send this video link to me, the Apefather. I would then comprise a library of all of these thousands of apes who did this. What you're not understanding is now I contact major media. I contact Melissa Lee. I contact Charles Payne. I tell them I have a library right now of, let's just come up with a number, 5,000 apes, AMC apes that are pissed, that are angry. They wanted Adam Aaron to hire Sherintel. He refused or ignored the AMC apes. This is the repercussion. Okay, now, you don't think they're going to cover that? Of course they're going to cover that. That's newsworthy. That's newsworthy. And now let's imagine it even goes past 5,000. Imagine we got 10,000 apes to do this, 15,000 apes to do this, 20,000 apes to do this, 50,000 apes to do this, 100,000 apes to do this. Okay, so what you're not understanding, this will have an impact. And now the idea is to get this message to mainstream media, where now I could talk to millions and millions of people. What's up, CC? And tell millions and millions of people that the CEO of AMC is refusing to do one single request after everything we did for it. Let's think about what we did for AMC. Do you know that this company was on the verge of bankruptcy? It was on the verge of bankruptcy. We came in, the retail investors, and not only saved AMC, we brought it to a high of $72 a share. Okay, we helped Adam Aaron, that was on the verge of bankruptcy, put over $2 billion in his vault, which this Mameluke that he is already spent well over $1 billion of our money that we gave to this friggin' piece of garbage. He already spent over $1 billion. Now, on top of it, because of all of the money that we helped this Mameluke raise, these AMC executives are getting, I don't know if you understand this. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand. They're getting large salaries. Do you know that Adam Aaron makes $19 million a year? Do you know that just in 2022, he got this tremendous large bonus? We're all struggling here. I'm down over 90% of my money. This guy's getting paid $19 million a year while we're all suffering. And then he has the audacity and he has the balls to say, I'm going to make a request to the board to freeze my pay. Now, at first, I'm going to make you all laugh. I thought he meant he didn't want to get paid. That was like my first interpretation, meaning he didn't want a salary for 2023. Then I found out he still wants his salary. In other words, he wants to get paid the $19 million a year still in 2023. But this is the thing. He doesn't want an increase. In other words, maybe it was that he was going to get $25 million. You understand? He was going to get an increase. He said, no. If retail is suffering, I don't want that increase. Like, he's trying to be a good guy. He's a good fella. He's one of us, right? He's like, I don't want an increase. Just give me my normal $19 million, because I have to be considerate to other people. Let's read what Dave is saying. AA told retail that they owed the float. Yeah, remember Pounce. I remember Pounce very, very well. Yeah, Pounce on retail. Exactly. 100. Very good comment, Dave. Look, Adam Aaron is playing two sides of the card, okay? And that's what I'm trying to make all of you understand. He's trying to present himself as the savior of AMC in the sense that not just the corporate side of AMC, but the retail investor side. Like, in other words, he's one of us. He's a brother ape. You ever notice how he keeps saying things like this? He goes, he just got issued over 1 million shares of AMC, not too long ago. This is part of his comp plan. So what he says is, I do not plan to sell any more AMC shares at this point. I will hold with all of you. Okay, so I want you to try to think of the subliminal message. There's a subliminal message there. He's trying to present himself out to be one of us. He's trying to present himself out to be in the same position that we're in. Whereas, look, times are tough. We're all struggling here. We're all struggling, but I am holding alongside with you. And there are so many, unfortunately, low IQ, low intellect apes that believe in this friggin' guy and that they keep saying he's the silverback. You have to understand, this guy sold $50 million worth of AMC already. Let me repeat that. $50 million worth of AMC. This was because of us. AMC was about to go bankrupt. Okay. Now, on top of selling $50 million worth of AMC, he gets paid almost $20 million a year. So let's just take 1 year. Let's take 2022, okay? He made around $20 million from his comp package. Now, add that to he sold $50 million. Do you know that we are talking about $70 effing million? So how easy is it for him now to just say, oh, I'm not going to sell my AMC? And why would he want to sell at these prices anyway, right? Like, he's like, don't you understand? He wants people to come back in. He wants everybody to keep buying it. So we shoot AMC back up to $20 to $30 a share. And who believes at that point that he won't sell those million shares? Listen, if it looks like a duck, you understand, and it quacks like a duck, and it swims like a duck, it's a duck. Who believes that when AMC goes back to say $20 or $30 a share? Now let's assume we didn't have the 10-for-1 reverse stock split. Let's just assume, which I think we are, but let's just assume in a perfect world that was just a scare tactic, and that doesn't go through. Okay. Let's say AMC on its own merit goes back to $20 a share, not including the 1 for 10 or the 10-for-1 reverse stock split. Who believes at that point that Adam Aron wouldn't sell his 1 million shares? Not me. I believe he would sell and get his $20 million again. So then what happens again? He then stops the MOAS. Everybody, because he's going to make that announcement. I'm making an announcement. I'm selling 1 million shares of AMC. Everybody panics. Everybody freaks out, just like he did before. This is all something that happened before. So what I'm trying to make you all understand is this. Let me get to the point. Let me get to the point. If we're counting on Adam Aron, which I think a lot of people are, like Phil for real, Gib for real. Okay. I call him Gib for real because he's on Adam freaking Aron's jock. Okay. If you're counting on Adam Aron to save you, to be your savior, you might as well cut him a check right now. Everything you got in your bank account, offer him your wife, offer him your cars, offer him your house, and say, take it all. Say, listen, you want 90% of my shares? Tell him that's not enough. Tell him that's not enough. Take 90% of my shares, take my wife. David Koresh, remember Waco, Texas? Remember, David Koresh did not allow any man to have sex with their own wives. Only David Koresh could have sex with the women. I don't know if you know that. Men agreed. In other words, they lived in this compound in Waco, Texas, and men agreed to give their wives to David Koresh. He was the only person who could have sex with their wives. Do that with Adam Aron. Do that with Adam Aron. Say, take my 90% of my shares. Take my house, sign it over to him. Here's the deed. Okay, take my family, have sex with my wife. Thank you. God bless. Because like if you believe that this guy's going to save us, give him everything. That's the way I see it. Give him everything. Okay. So Hulk Hogan, Trey tweeted yesterday that boycotting AMC is like taking the buy button away. Okay, Trey is an idiot. Okay, Trey is an idiot. Trey is a traitor. Okay, Trey made $10 million. I believe, allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly, that Adam Aron hired Trey. I believe that Adam Aron hired Macors as his two little bitch boys, okay, who really lured all the apes into this play in the first place. I believe that they are paid guns, okay? Both of them have made millions of dollars. Macors made millions of dollars. Trey's made millions of dollars. These people don't even talk about AMC anymore. And if you think Trey owns AMC, you're nuts. Okay. First of all, he never really owned AMC. He was an options player. He was telling everybody buy and hold AMC when, in all honesty and fairness, the guy didn't own the shares himself. Okay, so listen, let's not talk about Trey. Trey is, my opinion, is a hired gun. I can't prove it, so I have to say it's alleged. I have to say it's alleged. But that's just how I feel. I think Trey is a degenerate. Okay, I hate that freaking guy. He once said to me, he made a video, Trey. He's like, I won't have Apefather on my live stream because he ran a GoFundMe scam. Okay. Once again, it's like, I don't think people understand. I opened the GoFundMe page, right? I raised $4,300. Let me just go over this one, but this is all documented. I made tremendous videos on this, okay? I advanced my own money, and I sent out thousands and thousands of dollars to apes. Listen, you don't have to believe me because I have the proof. You understand? I have the proof on my Cash App that I sent hundreds of dollars. I'll just to name a few. C. Diddy. Okay, his house. This was a strong ape with diamond balls of steel. His house burned down. His mother just passed away. The guy broke my heart. He was telling me this. I was crying on the phone. His wife was on the way to have a new baby. They had nowhere to live. Now, I understand it's not a lot of money, but I gave him $300. I had this Kimberly taught. She said she was in an abusive marriage. She had a husband that was very abusive to her. She was crying to me on the phone. She had to get a hotel room. I sent her $250. That Veronica was crying to me on her birthday. I sang a song for her. I dedicated a song for her birthday. She says, I can't feed my children, Apefather. I sent her $300. I had this guy, John. I don't want to mention his name because he's a good friend of mine. He was living in a car. He couldn't afford a hotel room. I sent this guy two times. One time $300. Another time I sent him $200. Then on top of that, I printed out 100 Apefather t-shirts. I mailed them out. You see people posing with the picture. I have hundreds of pictures of apes showing that they received their Apefather t-shirt. Now at the end, everybody was complaining to GoFundMe, all of my haters, saying all this shit about me that, Apefather, he's looking to donate this money to a variety of apes. Now, what happened was GoFundMe said I broke one of their rules of conduct, okay, which is you cannot have a GoFundMe page dedicated to multiple amount of people that are all around the country or in some cases all around the world. And they said that is against their rules and their code of conduct. GoFundMe shut down my page, refunded the $4,300, which I never received. They refunded all the apes. So the apes ultimately got back their money. I advanced my own money. Gave money to the AMC apes. I paid for 100 t-shirts, mailed it out all around the world, all around the country. I spent $5,500 of my own money. And this guy, Trey, has the freaking audacity and the balls to say, I'm running a scam. He's running a scam. This guy's telling all the apes to buy and hold, and he's making millions and millions of dollars off call options. And I kind of feel like they all seem like they had this inside track, didn't they? Didn't Trey trades? Didn't Matt Cause? Remember Matt Cause or Melissa Lee? She asked him a direct question. Melissa Lee of CNBC. She says, can you get behind an AMC Boaz? Matt Cause says, I can't do that. That's what he said. In his own words, I don't know. I can't go there. I don't know. I'm not a good trader. I can't get behind an AMC Boaz. Maybe it's because they had an inside track. Okay. Again, I have to say it's alleged. But I feel there is a definite connection between Matt Cause, Trey Trades, and Adam Aaron. That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, but I can't prove it. Hulk Hogan. If and when the reverse stock split happens, we lose 90% of our shares. And even if it pumps to 25 before getting beat down, not a lot of people will even break even, and then you're stuck into play. It's very, very correct what he's saying, because think about this. It's kind of like you got to multiply everything by 10, in other words, for you to break even. In other words, if let's say AMC, after the reverse stock split, let's just say it's at $50 a share. You would need AMC to go to $500 a share to probably break even. You understand? Because you don't understand. You're losing 90% of your shares. You got bish, okay? So if you have 1,000 shares of AMC, after the reverse stock split, you're going to have 100 shares. I don't know if you understand all of that. Now, what happens is that even though AMC will at first pump up to say, let's just call it $50 a share because currently AMC is around $5, right? So you now will have 100 shares at 50, which means that you only have $5,000 in your portfolio. You understand? It's the same concept if you had 1,000 shares of AMC at $5 a share. Okay, so I don't think a lot of people understand that. I know that maybe a lot of you do understand it, but I've spoken to a lot of apes that I guess are not really, I hate to say it, God forgive me, intelligent. and, and they're like, but ape father, they kept saying to me, the 10-for-1 split, it's going to shoot up to 50. But it's the same money. Your money is not changing. All that's changing is that your share number, your share count will go down. So it's going to go down. So I'm just giving you for instance, I'm giving you an example. If you have 1,000 shares after the reverse stock split, you will have 100 shares. Do you understand that? Okay. So even though AMC shoots up to $50 a share, your money has not increased. Your money has not increased. You have the same amount of money that you started with. Okay, do you understand that or no? Okay, so now what do you think Antara is going to do? What do you think the short sellers are going to do? What do you think the apes are going to do? Do you really believe that AMC apes are going to buy AMC at $50 a share when they're not even buying it at $5 a share? I want you to think about this. What do you think is going to happen? You friggin' psychopathic people. I swear. This is why I'm saying everybody should listen to the ape father. I'm on your side. But you always fight me. You call me the shill father. You call me the fat father. You call me the piece of shit father, the FOMO father. And it pisses me off because I have your best interest at heart. I'm in this for all of you. I'm in this for myself. But it's like, I feel like, whose effing side are you on? If you're not on my side, are you on the hedge fund side? Whose side are you on? Who do you want to win? You want Ken Griffin, who's shoving it in our face that he took 10,000 of his Citadel employees, okay, to Walt Disney. He all expenses paid. He paid for everybody. He's laughing at us. He's mocking us. He's building the world's largest tower in New York City currently right now, okay? He just made a major deal in Florida with his new friggin' skyscraper. He owned record-breaking records. The guy's buying the biggest oceanfront mansion in Florida. Guys, all our money. I have to say alleged. But he's doing this without money. Do you know the amount of money that retail has lost in 2022? You don't even want to know the amount of money. And the funny thing is he's making all the money. So we talk about transfer of wealth. But where's the transfer of wealth going? It was supposed to be going from the 1% to retail. But it seems like the transfer of wealth is going from retail to the 1%. Like we're giving them all of our money. And you're all, I don't know. You don't realize this system is broken. You don't realize the corruption. It's like you don't realize you just can't buy and hold. You can't just buy and hold. We have to do things, but we have to do things that are effective. And I don't feel protesting where 10 people are going to show up. You know what I mean? 15 people are going to show up. I don't think that's going to do anything. Once again, I respect the Marine because I respect anybody. Look, anybody who does anything in their power to fight corruption. Like I remember this guy told me, he was this guy, Kyle, great guy in California. Okay, he's one of my very good friends. Okay, he said to me, Ape Father, he went to all like these major highways and he was putting big, gigantic signs up, the Department of Justice, investigate Ken Griffin, AMC to Pluto. And and I thought that was a wonderful thing what he was doing, and I gave him a lot of credit. So anybody who's doing anything to fight corruption, you have my respect and you have my support. Hulk Hogan again. My average is 6,000 shares at $12 a share. I would need to buy 60,000 shares at 5 to break even. That's 300,000, right? So in other words, they're making it impossible, Hulk Hogan. By the way, I love Hulk Hogan. I grew up with Hulk Hogan. I am a real American. I fight for the rights of every man. I just woke up. I gotta clear my throat. But I love Hulk Hogan, man. Hulkamania, baby. Um, they're making it impossible for us. They're making it impossible for us to not only make money, they're making it impossible for us to break even. Which is why we can't allow the 10 for 1 or the 1 for 10 reverse stock split to go through. But this is the thing. It's being said that they only need 4% of retail to vote yes for this thing to happen. So, in other words, it seems like it's already done. I hate to break it to all of you. It seems like we are what's called, there's a thing, it's called FUBA, fucked up beyond all recognition. Okay. So that's why it's time to take a different approach. Okay. We have to take a different approach. I don't know what's wrong with all of you people. I don't know why. It's like, it seems to me, and I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I kind of understand why people don't want to protest. I understand it. I get why people don't want to protest because I tried to do the protest myself. One person showed up, Billy the Kid. And I came to the realization people are afraid of getting arrested. People are afraid of going up against the government. People are afraid of potentially getting shot. People are afraid of maybe Citadel infiltrating the event. I get it. But you're afraid to go to a competitor? You're afraid to go to Regal? You're afraid to open a Gmail account that's free, which that's all you need, by the way, to have a YouTube channel. All you need is a Gmail account. Okay. So you open a Gmail account, you start a YouTube channel. Now you're not, let me be very clear. You're not starting a YouTube channel to make money. I mean, if you want to do that, God bless you. If that's what you want to do it. You know, no one's stopping you. You could definitely start your own YouTube channel and get your voice heard. But the main purpose for boycotting AMC is you're starting an AMC channel, a YouTube channel, so that you could go to Regal and you could film a video of you buying movie tickets at Regal. You could film a video of you buying concessions. Now, the thing is, if enough apes do this, send me the links. I will then take these links to major media. You understand? And I will show them that this is the repercussion that the retail, it's a good story. It's a good story. Retail fights back. The CEO of AMC. I can see the headlines. Retail investors fight back. The CEO of AMC, demanding, we want you to hire share Intel. Demanding, even the SEC, we want you, Gary Gensler, to get off your ass and investigate AMC to determine if there are phantom shares, to determine if there are synthetic shares. Now, this is the thing. If enough people start talking about this, if we get enough buzz on this, it starts making people think. Like, in other words, look, why aren't they doing it? Look, Adam Aaron, why aren't you just doing this? See, this is the question all of us have to ask ourselves. Why doesn't he just give the retail investor what they want? Haven't we given him what he wanted? Didn't we give him $2 billion in his vault? Didn't we allow him to sell $50 billion of AMC so he can have a wonderful, very comfortable retirement on our buck? Okay. Aren't we the reason that AMC is not still in business because of its own merit, right? You know that, right? AMC is in business because of retail, because of our money. He didn't ask our permission to start Ape. He just did it. He did it. He took our money to create Ape and raised another $200 million, which, by the way, there's something very fishy with that whole situation, why he didn't sell it at the top. Why he sold at like 66 cents and then he made that equity exchange deal with Intera. You know, Intera was shorting Ape the whole time. Intera is shorting AMC the whole time. And then after this thing goes all the way down to the oblivion, now they got 100 million shares, Intera. Now they on the way up. See, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. When Ape converts, okay, to AMC, obviously shorts have to be closed. I know that Ape is going to go up. So when Terra is making all this money on the way down, now they're going to make their money on the way up. You understand? Now they've been making their money with AMC, shorting it to the oblivion. You understand? Now what they probably want to happen, this is my opinion, okay, is that once we have the 10 for 1 or the 1 for 10 reverse stock split, Terra is going to start shorting it again. And the reason why I think they're going to win, I hate to say this, do you believe that AMC apes are going to buy AMC at $50 a share? Who believes that? Or how about this one? How about if, like the point Hulk Hogan made, if we need AMC to go to 500 a share in order for us to break even, right? Who's going to buy AMC at $500 a share so that we can continue our way to the Moaz? Who's going to buy AMC at $500 a share? So what's happening here is this is all a big setup, and I hope you have the brains and the basic logic and the basic common sense to understand this. It's a setup for us to either maybe, hopefully, break even if we're lucky, or getting close to breaking even before they rip everything away from us and short this to the effing oblivion. Now, obviously, I have to say it's alleged. I have to say this to protect myself legally. This whole live stream is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. It's not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. This video and all my videos are for entertainment purposes only because I'm an entertainer, okay? But at the same time, I have the right to vocally express my opinion, but I don't want to influence you. You have to do what's best for you. Don't listen to me. Look, if you feel that this 10-for-1 reverse stock split is a good thing, God bless. If you think Adam Aaron is your silverback, God bless. What can I tell you? You have the right to feel whatever you want to feel. I cannot buy from another movie theater. If anything, we need to keep buying AMC tickets. See, you're just not understanding, Hulk Hogan. And this is the thing you're not getting. Listen to me. I learned something in my life. Now, I'm going to just tell you something. It doesn't make a difference to me whether you all believe this or not, but I'm a pretty successful guy. I really am. Like, I'm not doing bad in life. I'm living pretty well. And every time I've ever won in my life, V for victory, it was something I had to fight for. It was something I had to fight for. I want you to all think about something. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever obtained anything in your life easy? Can we all think about this, please, for a second? Look back on the history of your whole entire life. Have you ever obtained any type of success easily? No. You probably had to work your effing ass off. You probably had to do so much shit to get ahead. Correct? Okay. So what makes you think that this is going to be easy for us to get Ken Griffin, for us to get these short sellers to hand us trillions of dollars on a silver platter? Okay, because that's why we really came into this. Didn't we come into this for the Moaz? Didn't we come into this for life-changing wealth? Didn't we come into this for generational wealth? So what makes you think? It's like you all think that all you have to do is buy AMC. This is what you friggin' people think. Okay, that's all you have. We've been doing that for 2 years. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's not working, you friggin' jackasses. It's not working. We've been doing this for 2 years. I was the person pushing the whole thing, remember? AMC to Pluto. Buy the dip. Let the hedge fund slip. I mean, listen, it's not working. First of all, let's even talk about that. Okay, let's talk about that. You got idiots that are still buying AMC. Are you ready? On payment for order flow platforms. Still to this day, like idiots. Like Teddy Zane with his friggin' Robinhood and his Weeble accounts. You have idiots buying AMC on payment for order flow platforms. Don't you understand that when you do that, your money is going into the dark pools. It is being controlled by Citadel Connect. It's being controlled by Ken Griffin. He'll process this order whenever he feels like it. That shit can remain in the dark pools forever. On top of that, you're putting money. This is another thing that I hate about people who buy on Robinhood and who buy on Weeble. You're putting money in Ken Griffin's pocket. Don't you understand he's also a market maker, you friggin' buffoons? Don't you understand that every time you buy on Robinhood, every time you sell on Robinhood, every time you buy on Weeble, every time you sell on Weeble, just to name a few, you're making Ken Griffin richer. So the dude is making money as a market maker. On top of that, he's making money shorting the living shit out of AMC. Then he'll probably make money on the way up. These people are making money hand over fist. And what are we doing? You know what is retail doing? We're buying on Robinhood. We're buying on Weeble. And then we're like, let's hold. Let's hold. It's like, what are you seeing? Aren't you seeing the stock? Do you know that we went from $72 a share? At one point, we were at like what, below $4 a share, right? I understand that you add ape, I get it, the additional $1.50, but forget about that for a second. We went from $72 a share all the way down to under $4 a share. Okay. And you still think buying and holding is working? I don't know. It's either you're just dumb, no offense, or, or maybe like Lou. Look, at least Lou has an excuse. His head was banged against the wall very, very hard from Tyrone and Jamal. Okay. Lou admitted that a couple of his vessels in his brain has popped. Lou admitted this. This is not something I'm making up. Lou said that he had something like, I don't know if it was a stroke or something. The vessels in his brain popped. Okay, so now if that's something that you're going through, God bless. I don't know what your situation is, but if your vessels in your brain are not popping, then have some basic logic and have some basic common sense. Buying and holding is not enough. It's not enough. So now you might say, well, what's the next step? Protesting? Protesting is not going to work because the reason why protesting is not going to work, everyone is afraid to protest. Don't you understand? People think they're going to get arrested. People think of January 6th. People think they're going to get shot. People think they're going to get hurt. They think of Black Lives Matter. They think of chaos. They think of Citadel infiltrating the event. So as much as I respect the Marine and I love him, Tommy's touch, we need to protest. Tommy, let me ask you a question. Don't you understand English? Listen to me, brother, because I love you. Apes are afraid to protest. Do you understand? Listen, read my lips, right? Read these lips. Look. Apes are afraid to protest because they think they're going to get arrested. They think they're going to get shot. They think that Citadel is going to infiltrate the event. They think AMC is going to get delisted. They think of January 6th. They think of everything bad. Black Lives Matter. Citadel infiltrated the event. People don't want to protest. Now, you might get a few people. You might get 10 people. You might get 20 people. You might get 50 people. But don't you understand that's not going to do anything? Can't you all understand that? If 50 people go to a protest, you know all that's going to happen. You want to hear what's going to happen? They're going to stay there for 2 hours on their loudspeakers, stop the corruption. Sure, okay. And what's going to happen is after 2 hours, they're going to go to the local Applebee's or some shit of where they're going to get a couple of beers and they're going to friggin' get a quesadilla burger. That's it. And I think that's why they all want me to come. You know why they want me to come? They want to hang out with me and they want to go out and get a steak and they want to go out and get a couple of beers. I think that's a great idea, but it's not going to do anything for our cause. Okay? I mean, if we're just doing it for fun and it's not a protest, you want to hang out with the Apefather. The Apefather is down. I'm always down to hang out. We go to Atlantic City. I take you to the old homestead in the Bagada. We get a beautiful steak cooked medium. I get a nice bottle of wine. Listen, I'm in. But as far as protesting, just to hang out to get a couple of beers is a complete waste of time. Joe Pesci. Yeah, Joe Pesci would probably get things done, Tommy's touch. That I agree. Everybody keeps saying it's the best time to buy AMC right now. Everybody keeps saying that. It's the best time. Load up, load up, load up. Okay. But what happens if this happens? Let me ask you a question. Now, I'm not telling you not to buy AMC. Okay. I'm not telling you not to do that. But what happens if they have the 10-for-1 reverse stock split? So let's say AMC goes from $5 to 50. Now, what happens? Terra now starts shorting this to the oblivion. Okay, I just see Tony De Niro is trying to make a point because that is going to be a smaller float. He's trying to make it seem like, oh, this can't happen again. They can't short us anymore. Yeah, all right. Of course they can. Of course they can. See, you're not understanding that we're not dealing with a fair market. You don't understand this. The SECs keep telling us they are against naked shorting. This is what Gary Gensler says. This is what the SEC says. Naked shorting is an illegal act, and they have no tolerance. But yet, they don't investigate. Does that make any sense? Okay? Adam Aaron keeps telling us that he cannot confirm that there are phantom shares, that there are synthetic shares at AMC, yet he doesn't hire share Intel. So you don't have to be Albert Einstein. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be Sigmund Freud to understand this. You understand? You don't have to be Elon Musk. You don't have to be a genius here. There's something rotten in Denmark. Something is not right. If Adam Aaron was like this, look, you know what? There's no synthetic shares at AMC, right? And he said, you want me to prove it to you? You want me to calm all of you down? Fine. I will hire Share Intel. Let's effing go. He hires Share Intel. They prove there's no synthetics. There's no synthetics. Now, obviously, I would even question that if that happened, but let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's just at least say he did that. We would at least have to give Adam Aaron a little credit. We would have to give him a little credit because we would say, look, at least the guy did something for retail. He spent the $50,000. He hired Share Intel. You got to give him credit at that point. And you know what? If anything, it kind of gets him off the hook legally, because think about this. If let's say there were synthetics, now let's go the opposite side of the coin. He hires Share Intel. There are synthetics. He can now act like, listen, I didn't know that there were synthetics being used in AMC. I hired Share Intel at the request of the retail investor. I'm just as shocked as everybody else. So he just clears himself legally. But don't you all find it very odd? Don't you all find it very strange how he doesn't want to do it? Don't you find it odd? You know, like I like all those people who go to the AMC theaters and they take pictures with Adam Aaron, you know, like Phil for real. You know, he had to go run to the bathroom. You know, Adam Aaron sat next to Phil for real in a movie theater with his family. Phil for real got so excited he had to run to the nearest bathroom. You understand? Okay. If I met Adam Aaron, it wouldn't be a good situation. You know, I wouldn't be smiling with him taking a pic. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that. I would be Adam. Listen to me. This is what I would say. Okay. Or whatever you want to call this, Mama Luke. I call him Adam, the scumbag Aaron. I say, listen, you need to hire Share Intel right now. Right now. We have made you so much money, retail. We have made you, he'd be like, security. I'm like, yeah, well, before security comes, remember me, I'm the Apefather, mother effer. Wah! Yippee-ki-yay, mother effer. And then security would probably take me out. But I wouldn't be like posing with Adam Aaron, smiling like this. I'm like, Adam, you're doing good, right? You're doing good. What do you want? How much? $50 million on AMC? You're making $20 million a year. You're smoking your Cuban cigars. You're drinking Johnny Walker Blue. Well, I'm down over 90% of my money, you friggin' piece of shit. I want answers. Look, I don't mind losing. Listen to me. If I lose, can I tell you something? If I lose fairly in life, there's times everyone loses. Listen, we don't win all the time. That's the essence of investing. Investing has risk. Gambling has risk. But you want to at least know that you weren't taken advantage of. You want to know it's fair. Do you understand? You want to know it's a fair playing field. That's all I want to know. I just want to know it's fair. Now, if it turns out that it's fair and I lost over $200,000, I accept it. I have more money. I'm okay. AMC represents 10% of my net worth. I'm okay. It's fine. If I lost it, I lost it. I write it off. Okay, it's fine. What do you think? I haven't wrote off things before? I write off things all the time. It's not a problem. But I want to make sure I lost it legitimately before I go the harvest route. You know what I mean? And all that shit. Did I lose this money legitimately? Or was I taken advantage of? And I just don't think that you guys or girls out there, you don't have this head, and I don't know what we're gonna do. You keep having this head. I just gotta buy and hold, buy and hold. I don't. It's like the recipe for friggin' disaster. Dynamic mustache. You know what's funny? What's up, Antonio Miranda? What's up, JC? What's up, Anthony Beard? You know what you don't understand? This guy, Dynamic Mustache. You know why your name is Dynamic Mustache? You know that, right? We all know why. Moo represents Lou. And you know, when he says mustache, let's just say someone's mouth is getting some action. Now, it's potential, it's Dynamic Mustache. He might be, you understand? He might be catching. Okay? I have a feeling that Dynamic Mustache and Lou. You ever hear that song, Let's Get It On, or Sexual Healing? Baby, I can't wait much longer. My mustache is getting longer. Baby, I want some white cream all over my mouth, baby. Cause when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. We understand Dynamic Mustache. We understand the way you roll. I get it. Listen, the bottom line is this. You could call whatever you want to call it, Hulk Hogan. Dynamic, mustache. His mustache has very sticky substance in that mustache. You understand? Okay, I'll leave it at that. Jazzol Martinez, A plus AMC equals 760 shares after the reverse stock split. My goal is to buy 18,000 shares of Ape, let them convert to AMC. Okay, look. You're being very optimistic, all right, with everything you're doing. I like to call this the gambler's syndrome. Can I tell you what the gambler's syndrome is? I used to go to Atlantic City. Just hear me out for a second, all right? And I used to try to figure out a way to beat the casino. And I would come up with ideas. And I do this from time to time. I make videos on this that make it impossible for the casino to win. I have systems. I have systems that mathematically, okay, it is impossible for the casino to win, and I'll share them with you. But the casino will always win. Like, yeah, I'll give you a for instance, okay? I'll give you a for instance. I was playing red. I started off with $5 chips from red 1 into red 27. So the only red I wasn't playing, if you know roulette, I don't know if you know roulette, okay? If you add all the numbers up on roulette, it equals 666. Did you know that? Because it's the devil's game, mother effers. If you add up all the numbers on the roulette board, it adds up to 666. If you don't believe me, do your own homework on that. So anyway, I was playing red 1 through 27. And I was playing 0 and double zero, which is in an American casino. If it's a European casino, you only have one green. So the only way I could lose, are you ready, is if black came out, or if red 30, 32, 34, and 36 will come out. So in terms of just logic, in terms of mathematical statistics, okay, red will have to come out at some point. So as long as you're continuously increasing your bet, so in other words, let's say you make your first bet, you lose. The next bet, you might throw $15 on each number. You lose again. The next bet, you throw $25. Like, I have the bankroll, I could do this. The next bet, I throw $40 on each number. The next bet, I throw $50 on each number. The next bet, I throw 75 on a number. In other words, as soon as you just get that one hit, that's all you need. It's just one hit. You're going to walk out of there with $1,000 profit, $1,500 profit, whatever the case may be, depending on what you hit. It could be less, it could be more. Okay, guess what? The casino will let black come out 20, 30 times in a row so that they'll just wipe you out. Or when red comes out, they'll make sure that 32 will hit. It'll be high red. It won't be a low red. They'll make sure 34 hits. They'll make sure 36 hits. Do you want to know why? Because it's a rigged game. Okay, that's why I stopped going to the casino. It's a rigged game. So in other words, you can't win. Okay, so all of this mathematician shit you're trying to do, you're not understanding we're in a rigged market. We're in a rigged market. And what you're trying to do is convince your brain, and you're trying to convince your mind that you have a system to beat Ken Griffin. You have a system to beat Gary Gensler. You have a system to beat the 1%. The Illuminati, whoever you want to call this circle that we're not in. There's a circle of people who run this world, okay, who run our country, okay, and you believe, okay, that you can sit down and you have the mathematical equation to come up with a way to beat the system. No, you can't do that, but you could expose it. See, that's what I'm trying to make all of you understand. We probably can't beat them. We can't beat them, but we could expose them. We could expose them. Okay. And that's what I'm trying to do, expose the corruption. Because there is corruption happening, but no one is exposing it. You want to know? I made a joke one time with my wife. I'll make you all laugh. You know how there's like, you go in like over a bridge and they charge you a toll, right? Okay. Imagine if everybody decided they just didn't want to pay that toll. Like, I don't want to pay it. And they just keep driving, you know, millions and millions of cars. It's like a rampage, you know, it's like a, it's like bulls, like bulls, like running at you. Okay. You decide not to pay the toll. Who's going to stop you? You think there's going to be some person who works for the New Jersey Turnpike? They're going to run in front of 4 million cars and say, stop, you must pay. No, they're not going to do that. So, in other words, we pay because we're controlled. We live in a controlled society. We live in a controlled world where we fear everybody. Yes, and we fear the government. We fear Ken Griffin. I hate to say this. We fear Gary Gensler. We fear Adam Aaron. So ultimately, they're the puppet masters and we're the puppets. I hate to tell you this, but it's the reality. They call the shots. They pull us on a string like we're little puppets. And we do everything that they say. We wipe our chin and we say thank you. Okay. So I'm trying to get people to the point where they want to stop doing that. They want to stop being the puppets. I want you to become the puppet masters. I want us to start using, because John Lennon said something, power is in the people, and I believe that. And you know who proved it? And I'm not trying to get into anything racial because I know that dynamic mustache, okay, this guy, he always says I'm a racist. I am the most least racist person that has ever existed on planet Earth. I love everyone. I really have respect for everyone. Okay. Whenever I call out people, it's not because of race. It's not race related. I call out someone because I disagree with their narrative. I disagree with their stance. It's nothing to do with like here's an example. I don't like Lou. Does that mean I don't like Puerto Ricans in general? No. Do you know that I even walked in the Puerto Rican parade? I have some of my best friends are Puerto Rican. I'll be honest with you. Listen to me. It's not, I just don't like Lou because Lou is a con man. Lou stole $73,000 from senior citizens. Lou never owned AMC. Lou doesn't own a portfolio. Lou's telling us he lives in a 3-level penthouse, that he owns Porsches, Teslas. Lou's telling us he made millions of dollars on GTII. He made millions of dollars on COSM. Lou's telling us he sold his YouTube channel and he made $300,000 on it. Okay. So no, I call out Lou because Lou's a bullshit artist. Lou's a hustler. Okay, it has nothing to do with his race. It's nothing because the people are always trying to say, "Oh, you're a racist." I call Phil for real, Gib for real, because he's on Adam Aaron's jock. You understand? It's nothing race related. It's nothing race related. I wouldn't care if he was Indian. I wouldn't care if he was Chinese. I wouldn't care if he was Asian, white. I don't care. Okay, I would still call him out if you're stupid enough to still call Adam Aaron your silverback. Okay, so what I'm about to say is nothing to do with race. Black Lives Matter. Okay. Black Lives Matter. They accomplished something because they took things seriously. They weren't afraid of repercussions. They weren't afraid of getting arrested. And they took things to extremes. I just don't see if the AMC apes were going to go that way. Yeah, we might make a major impact, but I don't see it happening. Like I don't see the AMC apes doing. And I'm not saying to you that I'm an advocate again because I know that I know he's waiting that he's probably commenting right now. Let me check. Dynamic mustache. He's probably commenting as we speak. Yeah, there he goes. He's talking about the casino games. But the point is that I'm not saying to you I'm an advocate of Black Lives Matter. I am certainly not. I denounce it. But I'm just trying to say you have to ask yourself why their mission worked because they weren't afraid. They weren't afraid of the system. They weren't afraid to take on the corruption. You understand? And they were willing at any cost to win. If the AMC apes had that attitude, we would win. You understand? We would win. What's up, Ted? Codative. It's a tough name to pronounce. God bless. Listen, we need to stop being afraid. That's what my point is. We need to stop being afraid. But how do we stop being afraid? That's the question. we need to grow some friggin' bulls, some hairy bulls. Okay. Now, again, I am a believer in what's called law and order. Let me explain this to you. I have the highest level of respect for police officers. I have the highest level of respect for our military. Okay. God bless our active military and our vets. I believe we could get things done using our constitutional rights and following law and order. But the thing is, we have to do something. Okay, so let's see how the Marines protest turns out. You know what? Listen, maybe if he makes a difference, God bless him. I want you all to know something, that I would be the first to congratulate the Marine. This isn't supposed to be, because I know that that's another thing that dynamic mustache, whatever his name is, mustache. He feels that I only want to do things that benefit myself. That is not true. That is not true. I want us all to win, you friggin' Mabaluk mother effer. I want us all to win. I don't care how much look. If it turns out that he makes us win, the Marine, I want you to know something. I would be the first person to congratulate him. I would make a million videos on the Marine. I would like, you know what I mean? I'll write a song about the Marine. I'll write a song about him. Okay. I want him to win. I support him. Okay. But the thing is, I just feel, based on experience, because I tried to have had a protest, people don't, in my opinion, this is subject just to my opinion, people don't want to protest. I was right about Lou and Antonio Beard. Thank you. God bless you for noticing that. I also was the first person to call out Adam Aaron, okay? And if you don't believe me, it's very simple. Go on to Apefather's website. Listen, thank you, Tommy. You're the best. Tommy always supports me. I love Tommy. Go on, not to my website. Go on to the Apefather YouTube channel. Do a search for AMC. Is AMC a scam? Now, I wasn't referring to my retail brothers and my retail sisters. I lost like 1,000 subs over this, okay? I was talking about Adam Aaron and corporate insiders of AMC. I called this out. At this point, Lou was like pumping AMC. He was the biggest AMC cheerleader. He was still talking about the synthetics and all that shit. Okay. I called out Adam Aaron first. Me, not Lou. Everyone's giving Lou credit. No. Lou was against the protest. When I formed the protest, Lou was making video after video after video telling me I shouldn't protest. Okay. You're giving credit to the wrong guy. Lou doesn't deserve credit. Lou deserves white cream, which he gets on a consistent basis from Tyrone and Jamal. Antonio Miranda. But after that video, you said you had a mental block and shouldn't have made that video. I don't know what you're talking about, brother, but the bottom line is this. I think that what you're referring to is this. I know what you're referring to. Okay, the mental block was that I was so angry. Listen, can I explain myself, Antonio Miranda? That I wanted to sell AMC at that point. So this is what you were referring to. My wife had to become Adrian. You understand? And my wife said to me, "You cannot sell. Okay, you have to stay strong." But let's differentiate between what you just said and what I just said, because I know he likes to challenge me, Antonio Miranda, and I like the challenge. But the problem is, Antonio Miranda, you like to give it, but the question is, can you take it in? Okay, I never said that I ever changed my mind about Adam Aaron. Okay, so when I had the mental block was I was giving up on AMC. In other words, I felt that Adam Aaron didn't have our best interest at heart. I felt the AMC insiders didn't have our best interest. I felt Adam Aaron allegedly was in bed with Citadel. He was in bed with the short sellers. And, I might have had a point, okay? But I got to the point then when I wanted out of AMC. Like, I was ready to sell it all. I'm giving up, and my wife had to become Adrian. But you see, what you're misconstruing is two messages, okay? The message of me being against Adam Aaron, okay, still remains true today. The message that I called out Adam Aaron first still remains true today. I did that before Lou. The mental block was just I had a temporary loss of sanity. I had a temporary loss because I just wanted to give up. I'm like, I had it with this shit, but my wife calmed me down. So does that answer your question, Antonio Morata? Okay, at least he acknowledges that. Sub has the boss. Apefather was the first one to tell what Adam Aaron's intentions were. It's true. Thank you. But God bless you, Sub has the boss. Because people are giving Lou discredit. Like Lou only just recently started talking bad about popcorn. Like, that's what he calls it, right? Lou was, you all forget Lou, man. What happened to the party in Vegas, right? What happened to that? What happened to everyone's gonna buy his book that he went from zero to hero, right? What happened? It's not even a paperback book. It's a friggin' what do you call those online things? You know what I'm talking about. It's not even a paperback. It's not even a paperback book. Freaking guy can't even buy a paperback book. He's too busy spending all his money on his Under Armour shirts. It's unbelievable. Lou doesn't deserve any credit. What credit does Lou deserve? Lou used to say that AMC, right? What was his price brackets? Okay, before he started the low price brackets, you forget Lou had the high price brackets of AMC, 4,000, 5,000 a share, 10,000 a share, 20,000 a share. Then, as time was going on, he started lowering it. Now, the reason why he lowered his price brackets, I'm saying price brackets for AMC is because he wanted to win. He wanted to get credit for himself because he wanted to be zero to hero with his book. So then he was like, oh, AMC is probably going to go to 500 to 700 a share. Then he said the second bracket was like 1,000 to 2,000 a share. Okay, why does Lou deserve credit? March 3rd, did we squeeze? No. Did anything he's ever said about AMC? Nothing came true. Why do you keep giving him credit for? He's a loser. He's a friggin' loser. This guy didn't even put his money in GTII. He didn't even remember. He made that infamous video where he's like, oh, before I put my money in GTII, it has to do something. It just amazes me how people give that guy credit, man. It really just amazes me. Apefather, can you answer my question? If you buy Ape and it becomes AMC, isn't it a win-win? No, because we don't know what the short sellers are going to do, brother. Even if Ape is 1-for-1, you understand? How do you know that? How can you know for a fact, right? How do you know for a fact? Unless your intention is to sell it immediately. I don't know what your intentions are, bro. I don't look. I'm in this for the Moaz. I'm in this for see, you want to know what the problem is? You got two types of apes. You got people who are looking to scalp AMC. Okay. So, we have to talk about the difference between someone like the Apefather and someone who wants to just scalp AMC. There's a potential that you can make money scalping AMC because I do believe temporarily that AMC will probably go up, okay, if all of this comes through. But this is the thing. It's temporary. It's temporary. You might have a quick bump up, okay? And then everybody might be like, look, we're going up. But the ultimate thing is, will the short sellers attack us? Will Antera attack us? So that's the thing. If you're looking to scalp AMC, if you're looking to make a quick profit, you might be able to do that. You might be able to do that. This defines scalping. Scalping. When I meet you one day, okay, I'm going to show you what scalping is. Dynamic mustache. Then I'll define it. How's that? Does that work for you, asshole? Listen, I've been talking about swing trading and day trading. I'm against it. I'm against it because I want AMC to go to Pluto. I've always been against that. Teddy Z was always pushing swing trading AMC, day trading AMC. And I used to always tell people, why does it have to be AMC that you want to scalp? Why does it have to be AMC? Let it be another play. In other words, AMC should be something that we're all in this together. This is David versus Goliath. This is us versus short sellers. Okay, but the thing is, people got tired of holding it. I get it. People got tired of it. So now everybody, there's a lot of people, that's what they do. That's it. They just day trade AMC. They swing trade it. I understand. But here he goes, dynamic mustache, just bull breaker. You said you were shorting AMC after the split. No, what I said is that this is what I said. Listen to me. I said if the 10-for-1 reverse stock split goes through, I am going to be changing the way I think about AMC. That's what I said. That's what I said. So that might include potentially, yeah. I'm not sure yet because listen to me. I'm not an idiot. Okay, maybe you're an idiot. Haven't we seen what happened in the last 2 years What do we see happen? Antera is shorting AMC down to the oblivion. Antera is shorting Ape down to the oblivion. So don't you think they're going to do it again? You ever hear the expression, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Like, I'm not trying to say, listen, all I'm saying to you is this. Hulk Hogan made a very good point. Okay, if this 1 for 10 or if this 10 for 1 stock split goes through, just hear me out, Dynamic Mustache. If this 10 for 1 reverse stock split goes through, it is virtually impossible for us to make money. It's virtually impossible. We're lucky if we can even break even. So that's the question you have to ask yourself about the AMC apes. Do you think that retail is going to buy AMC at $50 a share? Or let's say it does have a run and it goes to 200. Let's just say, even if it goes to 200, we're not making money, right? Okay. So do you think that AMC apes are going to continue to buy AMC at $200 a share, or $300 a share, or $400 a share, or $500 a share? I used to make videos, I'll make you all laugh, about buying AMC in what's called fractional increments, like fractional shares. You remember that? Remember that when AMC was like at like $30 a share? I'd be like, you could buy like 10% of AMC for $3. You know, people weren't even doing that. People were people weren't even doing that, right? You think that they're gonna buy AMC at 200, $300 a share, $400 a share, five. So what I'm saying to you is this: the 10 for 1 reverse stock split is bad. It's not good. It's not good for us. It's bad. Okay, does that answer your question, Dynamic Mustache? Listen, what Dynamic Mustache or Mustache, whatever this friggin' moron's name is. I like Mustache. I'm just gonna call him Mustache. I like Mustache because I believe he's a loose balls. Okay. What he doesn't understand is this: you're blaming me for a rigged system. That's what you're doing. You're blaming the Apefather. You're blaming me. I was among many, many people who believed AMC was going to have the Boaz. I was not the only one. Okay. Who remembers Al from Boston? AMC to $1 million a share. Does that ring a bell? Who remembers every AMC YouTuber out there saying AMC is going to $100,000 a share? Okay. Who believes everybody, even Lou was pushing AMC very, very hard. John Wick Snippet was pushing AMC very, very hard. So you're trying to point the finger. Everyone's trying to point the finger at me like I'm the only person. I'm not the only person. Everyone believed at that time when AMC was $40 a share. Everybody believed we were on the verge of the Boaz. So I was just a cheerleader, Dynamic Mustache. I was a cheerleader. I was pumping AMC. I was pumping everyone's spirits because I wanted all of us to get super rich. You want to hate me for that? I always had a disclaimer. I always said, remember how I would start off my videos? This video is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. I'm the one, the only, Apefather in the house, baby. Wow! I always had a disclaimer. Okay? I said I'm not a financial planner. I made videos taking shits on the throne. I made videos jumping into a pool with friggin' fur coats on. I made videos drinking ass hair. I'm in a bathtub taking my hair out of my ass, putting it in a cup and drinking it, okay? I made videos wearing a Hooters outfit that was so tight that you could literally see my friggin' balls, okay? And you're going to try to make me understand, Dynamic Mustache, that people took me seriously financially. No one took me. If I would ever be in front of a judge, you understand, or a court of law, and I showed them my videos, the judge will immediately say, it's physically impossible to take this guy seriously. So can you cut out this bullshit, please, of trying to blame me? Look, I was a cheerleader. I was a cheerleader to keep everyone's spirits high. I'm still a cheerleader to keep everyone's spirits high. That's what I do, okay? Get off my friggin' balls. See, Sub has the boss, really is a smart man. This is somebody, he says, I'll never put my foot in an AMC theater. This is someone who really has intelligence. He understands what's going on. I wish I could take you, brother, and multiply you by a million. R.L. Parker, I have a feeling AMC puts will be a hot commodity this year. You may be very right about that. Sub has the boss. Let's put it this way. At least I have my healthy life, my family, and my job. I made a video about that. I made a video saying that we all already won. And I really made that video from my heart. I said, you know what? We wake up every day. We're above ground. We have family, right? Health. My wife, God bless her, she's dealing with health issues. My mother's dealing with health issues, but they're fighters, God bless the two. They're very strong women. I have my family. I have my children. You know what I mean? I have a house. I have a roof over my head. You may make fun of my minivan, but I have an automobile that is paid for. There is no note. It's worth over $20,000. I have a house. I have money. I have some cash. I have family. I have a lot to be thankful for. People are like, oh, but you lost over $200,000. That's another thing that Dynamic Synergistic says. He goes, it's more like $400,000 you lost. It's more like 400. Well, he may be right. He may be right because I'm not taking into account the money that I kept putting into AMC over the 2 year period. So if I sat down and I like added it all up, it's probably a lot of down. Yes, he's right. He's right. But I guess it's like an instinct. I started with AMC at $53 a share and I put $185,500. So in my mind, it's like I always have that $200,000 number I say. But I'm not including the money that I bought the dip. I'm not including money that I lowered my cost average. So I could be down a substantial amount more than 200. Manual Apefather should have listened to Stroh. Oh, will you give me a break, bro? Strowman Personal Finance drives a $300 car. Do you know I had to donate $20 to that guy so we could pay off his damn debt? There was an employee that he worked in a CPA firm, and one of his friends who worked there with him bought him chicken wings that cost, I believe, $17. I just rounded off to $20. What I gave him a $20 donation. I told him to go pay off his damn employee. There's something very strange about Strongman Personal Finance because if he's doing so well, why do you drive a car that's worth $300? Where you go to a gym, you stink, perspiration, the whole car smells like ass. He's got a baby. He's got a little beautiful baby. Why doesn't he buy? Listen, I'm not saying. Listen to me. I never ever feel that people have to, buy Mercedes. I did own a Mercedes, by the way, but I don't feel like that a car defines the man. But you should at least have a reliable car. You understand? You should have a reliable car. I'm not saying you have to have a BMW or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I'm just saying, even if you have a Honda, even if you have a Toyota, if it's a reliable car, but it's like a car that's not that old, it's a car that doesn't have that many miles on it. It's a good operational, it's good functioning for your family. That's fine. But that guy has a car that's worth $300 that's about to blow up, and he puts his baby in it. All right, so then there's something up with Strongman Personal Finance. What's up, young Kuda? Good morning, brother. Look, Strongman Personal Finance has 3 million less views than me. I know you like to do math, right? You're a mathematician, okay? Dynamic mustache, okay? Listen, I have over 3 million views than Strongman Personal Finance. And as of today, I even have more subscriptions than him. So that's all I have to say. I win, he loses. That's the bottom line, okay? Can you deny that? I have more views than Strongman Personal Finance. I have more subscriptions than Strongman Personal Finance. These are facts. Now, I know that you're going to try to twist it and you're going to try to turn it into something else, but those are the facts, Jack. That's the truth, Root. Yeah, I just got back into GameStop. I got back in at a very good price. I'm green. I'm green, baby, on GameStop right now. See, I made a video saying I believe I can make all my money back from AMC and GameStop, and I still believe that's true. I still believe that's true. I believe that I could keep loading up on GameStop. I do believe it may take some. Look, I was shocked. I'm going to tell you all something. I was shocked that GameStop went over $20 a share. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't think that that was going to happen. Like, I had this thing in my mind, like a 5-year plan. You know what I mean? That, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's not going to be around in 5 years. I disagree with you. I disagree with you with that with GameStop. Um, I had this 5-year plan. Keep accumulating GameStop a little at a time. Let it get back up to the $80 range, $70 to $80 range, of which I'll make all my money back from AMC. So I look. You have to say you always have to have alternative plans. Like you have to have alternate plans. You can't always put all your eggs in one basket. There's a lot of things I'm currently doing in my life to make up for my AMC losses. Like I'm not fully counting on AMC now. Understand? Does that mean that I'm selling AMC? No. See, another thing is this, I always play with small plays too. You don't realize it. When I see a little opportunity, you understand, like Genius International, I'll pick up 1,000 shares. Why not? Why not? At 67 cents. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I see opportunities a lot of times. I was involved in COSM. I traded it like 4 times. I made $2,000 on it. When I see opportunities for small plays, I'll jump in. But this is the thing. I never will go heavy. Like, like Teddy Zay, what did he have? $75,000 in COSM? I would never do anything like that. I don't know how much he had. I know he had a lot of money in it. I think he lost a lot of money. That's why I think Teddy, look, I'm not trying to break the guy's balls. I said, Teddy, I wish you the best of health. I wish you the best of happiness. He's trying to make it seem, he made a video about me the other day, like I'm a bad human being. He goes, Apefather gets off on like breaking the human spirit, breaking people down. That is the complete opposite of me. I want to raise the human spirit. I want to bring the human spirit higher. Okay. So, but you see, Teddy Z doesn't want to take responsibility for anything. He makes a video pushing HKD. He sounded a lot like Lou. He sounded a lot like Lou to me. He's like, I got this secret connection, some big time trader. This is what he said, who called him up and he said, listen, it's about to take place. HKD is going to go right back to friggin' Pluto. It's going to go back to 2000 or whatever it is. That's pretty much what he was implying. Okay. Now, Teddy Zane made me understand at least that he went heavy. He went heavy into HKD. Now, as you know, that thing went down to the bottom of the ocean. I think the last I checked, I don't even know. I think the thing is like at the bottom of the ocean. What did it go down to? Like $10 a share or something? I don't even remember. Something. It went down a lot. And I think Teddy got involved with it at $25 a share. So, but this is the thing. It's one thing to hurt yourself. It's another thing, though, that he has a channel with 18,500 subscriptions, and he's pushing that garbage really hard. He's pushing that garbage really hard. And what Teddy Zane doesn't understand is that people are going to potentially listen to him. And they might jump in heavy, too. Can you imagine a lot of people jumped into that thing? At $25 a share, now they're bank holding that thing down to the oblivion, man. But Teddy Zane doesn't want to take responsibility for his actions. He always acts like he's right about everything. He's so self-centered, that freaking guy. What did I just do? I don't know. I just did something here. 1 second. Here it is. Look, you could all talk bad about GameStop. All I can tell you is this. I'm green on GameStop, okay? you could keep saying whatever you want about GameStop. I've made a significant amount of money so far on it, okay? And I think I'm gonna make more. So you can keep saying whatever you want to say about it, that it's gonna be out of business, that get the games are finished. But once again, I am green. Green, 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 green. Green, green, green. Whenever the Apefather's happy, all we have to have is a green day. I'm green on it. And you're all breaking my balls. You know what's funny? People break my balls on Progidity. Prague? Okay. Do you know I made a shitload of money on Progidity? I made a shitload of money. I mean, I bought that thing at like $3.17. I sold it over $6. Everyone keeps they're like, do you remember Prague? Yeah, I remember. I made a lot of money on it. Yeah, I made a lot of money on it. People keep bringing it up to me. Prague, Prague, Prague. I said to people they should use pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. That's what I said. I said, I always tell people never sell the true plays that you believe in, AMC, GameStop, but I can't really tell people what to do anyway. So that's why I always end my video saying, don't listen to me because I'm not a financial planner. I don't give financial advice. Ultimately, it's just entertainment purposes only. Listen, Hulk Hogan, here's the bottom line. I went that route where I started showing a lot of things, okay? And it just got to a point, I don't give a shit, in all honesty, if it is what you believe. You can believe whatever you want to believe about me. People call Child Protective Services. Listen to me, brother, I show my address. Listen, I'll tell you what, you're such a tough guy. You don't even have a real name, bro. You don't even have a real name. You go by Hulk Hogan. How about this? Before you compare yourself to me, you friggin' jackass, what's your real name? What's your address? Where do you live? Okay, bro, everybody knows everything about my life. Everything knows everything about my life. Okay, and you're gonna try to question what I say. You're gonna question what I say, bro. You call yourself Hulk Hogan. You call yourself Hulk Hogan, bro. This is what I love. It's like Commander 35. It's like all these people. It's like you guys hide behind these names. I don't listen, brother, here's all you have to understand. Listen to me. You want to understand something? If you look up my name, listen to me. And if you look up my address, you will notice that my house is $530,000. You'll notice that I have well over $200,000 in equity. If you look up my family's trust, you'll notice that we have well over $500,000 in trust. Okay, so just listen to me. I'm not trying to be a ball breaker. If you look up my video, my wife is getting $1 million within, it's either going to be next month or in March. She's getting $1 million for the victims. So listen, I'm not here to prove myself to you, Hulk Hogan. Okay, I'm not here to prove myself to you. You worry about your family. You worry about the money that you have coming in, and I'll worry about my family. You understand? Well, but you're asking me to prove my financial situation to you, brother. You're asking me, I don't have to prove jack shit to you. Because at the end of the day, do you want to know what my obligation is to? My obligation is to my family. My obligation is to put food on my table, to feed my children, okay, to take care of my wife, to take care of my mother. And that's it. I'm not here to prove myself to you, brother. I don't have to show you my profits. You know who I have to show my profits to, brother? The IRS. That's who I have to show my profits to. So don't take it personally. I'm tired of people like you because you take my goodness and you know what you do? You take the rope that I give to you and you hang me with that rope. Okay. All of my transparent activity has given me nothing but grief. You understand? I have lunatics calling DoorDash, sending food to my house at midnight. At midnight, my mother has a heart condition. They're banging on the door, scaring my mother. I have lunatics calling Child Protective Services on me, claiming that I locked my children in closets. This is what they claim, that I'm starving my children, that a child protective service officer had to go to my children's school, sit down with the principal, then they had to come to my house and they had to investigate my whole house. So I'm done with that bullshit. All I do nowadays is this. You want to know what I do? I do stupid things like fun coupons. You understand? Like I'll take $1,000, $2,000. It's a joke. It's supposed to be a joke because that's the money I use for fun. That's the money I use for entertainment. That's the money I use on food. I go to restaurants. I go to supermarket. But the bottom line is that I'm not interested in proving myself anymore. Like I don't want to show my true money. Okay, I have money. Okay, but see, this is what Dynamic Synergistics doesn't understand. He posts the address of Chase, of where I go get my money, trying to actually almost instigate someone to rob me, this piece of shit that he is, okay? But what he doesn't understand is I never carry real money on me. This is what you don't understand. I have a safe deposit box, okay, that has my real money in it, that has my gold, that has my cash. You understand? I have other money, okay? I don't fund coupons. If someone would rob $1,000 from me, I mean, listen, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, but it's not going to put me on the street. I'm not bankrupt. You know what I mean? So in other words, I don't mind making videos like that. I don't mind making videos where I show small money. I don't mind it. You understand? So does that answer your question, Hulk Hogan? I'm not interested in showing real money. I'm interested in showing fun coupons, fun money. But why would I want to show people how much money I have it gold, or why would I want to show people where I store that money? Now, see, that's one thing you'll never know. You'll never know the bank or the safe deposit box I have. That's it. I mean, unless you're looking to rob a bank, right? Are you going to rob the bank? So most likely you're not going to get your hands on that money. But yeah, I make videos about fun coupons. That's it. Maybe you could call me a psycho. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. It's meant to be a game. It's meant to be a joke that I spend a lot of money on food. That's it. I'm not trying to, whatever. I'm not trying to insult anybody. People get very insulted by it. It's a joke. It's a joke video. Um, Party can be a quick buck. Yeah, it was a quick buck, actually. It was already. I also was the first one to make a video on Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't get no credit. See, you notice how Dynamic Synergistics doesn't give me credit on that? I made a video on Bed Bath and Beyond when it was like in the low dollar range. And if you don't believe me, go check it. Okay, go check it. Okay? All right. Do I get credit for that? No. Guess who takes credit for that? Lou. Lou takes credit for that. Okay. I made a video on Bed Bath and Beyond before Lou mentioned it. Before Lou mentioned it. Hey, Father, can I get a shout out? Detroit, Michigan. Absolutely, man. I just hope I pronounce your name. Is it Jazzy? Is that, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Jazil Martinez. Detroit, Michigan, baby. God bless. God bless you and your family. BKKT. Next Mega Squeeze. I'll check it out, Archie. You know what? If I got robbed for $1,000 and it made me go viral, it would be a good thing. I would actually ask the thief. He'd be like, "Give me your damn money, mother effer. Give me your money." I'm like, "Would you mind if I film this?" I'd be like, "I'm gonna give you the money." He's like, "What are you talking about? I just want to film it. You can't film me." I'll be like, "Look, put a mask over your face, bro. Cover your face. I gotta get this on YouTube." Martinez, you got it, Martinez. God bless you and your family. Detroit, Michigan in the house. Wow! What do you do to exercise? I lift my right arm up and I put food in my mouth. Regulator. That's it. Sometimes my left hand. See, believe it or not, when you do that constantly, look, you're actually building up your arms. I think everybody's getting up in my house. I got to get my family some breakfast now. So I will be ending this live stream. But I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams. I really, really want to push this narrative that I've been pushing. Are you going to be the next president of the United States? Let me tell you something. I know you don't believe it, but I would be a great president. I mean, I know that's never going to happen. I mean, obviously, someone that's in a Hooters outfit, and was previously known as Naked Richie will probably never be the president of the United States of America. But I would actually be a very, very good president. Because you know why I would be a good president? I would care about the people. I would care about the people. I would sign everything into action to give back the power to the people. Like remember that movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe? Remember he said it was the wishes of Caesar, okay? That he wanted the power to be given back to the people. That's what I would do if I was. I'm never going to be the president, but I'm saying if I was the president, I would do that. I would make sure that people didn't have to have such a hard time to get ahead in life. In our country, I just think it's a little too hard for people. There are people that, should be given a more easier shot. You know what I mean at things. You know what I mean? And I just feel that we have the money with probably one of the richest countries in the world. There shouldn't be homeless. There shouldn't be people homeless in our country. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that there are people homeless. And every time I see someone who's homeless, you can ask my wife, I give them money. But it's not something I'm gonna film. Like I remember one time some jackass said to me, I gave $100 bill. I won in Atlantic City one time. I gave someone $100 bill recently. This was not too long ago. And I gave this other lady $40. She was in the street. And someone was like, "Hey, Father, film that." Now I'm not gonna make a video on me just being generous, goodness from my heart. There's times I help animals. One time, me and my wife, you want to laugh? We were at the movie theater, and I saw this cat. that was starving. Like you could see it. I wanted to really take it home, I tell you the truth, but I just made sure I spent like $50. I lined up a lot of cats probably ate. I got cat food, I got milk, I mean, I do things like that. I'm not going to film it. Um, but yeah, I plan one day to do good things for people, on YouTube, but I got to make it first. I got to make it first. If I made it, if I was like, look, if I was like a Mr. Beast, man, I would help all the apes. I really would. I know you don't believe it, but I would. I would help the apes. I'm not going to say I would give you money for free. We would have to work out a way for you to earn it. Nothing sexual, of course, but something fun, like how much, how far. I listen. You're all going to see the ape father in a very, very, I would say, in the near future. Okay, not a long time from now, starting to do things like that, giving out money again and being charitable again. I'm going to do that. It will 100% happen. It's just that I want to make it first. I really want to make it because I want it to be consistent. I want it to be consistent. People say, why don't you do it now? Like I had this guy one time. He's like, "What, Big Shot? Why don't you go take your $200,000, give out 10,000? Yeah, I'm going to give away all my money. That's smart, right? I'm gonna give away my children's inheritance. I'm going to give away the future of my children. No, I'm not going to do that. So I have to first make it on YouTube. I got to make it. It's going to take some time. These things are not overnight process. Rome was not built in a day, baby, but I will get there because as you can see, I don't stop. No matter how much hate I get, no matter how much people try to bring me down, I just keep fighting, baby. I just keep fighting. So anyway, listen, God bless all of you. I don't know, Brady. Where Brady's around, man, Brady's no joke. I always go in his favor. That guy is the greatest of all time. But are you a stepfather, Abe father? No, I'm not a stepfather. Those are my real children. My biggest fear with companies are reverse splits, and you should be afraid because if you do your homework on it, most of the time it does not work out. I would say that in the majority of the time, it does not work out. Anyway, God bless all of you. Just want to end by saying this video and this live stream is not financial advice. Remember that. I am not a financial planner. This live stream is not meant to be legal advice. I am not an attorney. It's not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. Okay, this video and all my videos are for entertainment purposes only, because that is what I am, an entertainer. I got to give a shout out. What is this? Send me a shout out. Hey, Father Rodrigo. Rodrigo, you got it, brother. Wow! Hey, Father loves you and everybody. God bless all of you. V for victory. Peace out, man.